What's up, everyone? Sickman here, and today we're diving into the new Superman movie. Yeah, the one that's got fans buzzing and expectations high. So does it soar like the Man of Steel himself, or does it crash and burn? Let's break it down. I love this movie. Seriously, it was a great time at the theater. It felt like a respectful nod to the original Christopher Reeve films without trying to be a soft reboot like Superman Returns. And thank God it wasn't grim and down like Man of Steel. It struck the perfect balance, honoring the comics and source material while still feeling fresh and fun. As a Snyderverse fan, this movie is a good trade-off, and sometimes life doesn't give you what you want, just like when the Dark Knight Rises sequel never happened. And honestly, diving deeper into the comics helped me see some of the flaws in the Snyder movies. Maybe if Zack gets another shot, he could take notes and rearrange his vision in a way that makes sense. Superman was the highlight, no question. If I had to channel my inner Homelander,
it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
The ending monologue about trying to be kind, real, wholesome, and hopeful. That's something we haven't seen since way before the early DCEU days. Scratch that. The last time we even got a semblance of this kind of hopeful Superman was in Superman Returns. Say what you will about this movie, but it at least tried to capture the classic beacon of hope vibe. This new film feels like Superman isn't a burdened god or a broken outsider. He's just good, and that feels good. The only thing that felt a bit off was jumping right into the middle of the battle with the Hammer of Barovia. I kind of wish we got to see more of Superman being new to the game instead of acting like a 3-year veteran, but other than that, the vibe was spot on, and you could tell there was a lot of inspiration from Justice League The New Frontier and Superman in Kingdom Come. Lex Luthor. How do I describe Lex Luthor?
That total super jerk Dinkelsplat!
Exactly. Total super jerk dinkle splat.
Yeah, that's the energy here. Lex's obsession with Superman clearly affected his day-to-day thinking in a way that felt a bit psychic and over the top. This version felt like an upgrade from Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, more calculated, less weird, and wacky, no Riddler vibes here, and more comic accurate. Still, it reminded me of Eisenberg's take in some ways. I really wanted Lex to be more like his classic comic book or DC animated universe self. Cold, calm, emotionally controlled, and only losing it when Superman breaks into his control room. The calm demeanor he had when Superman broke into his office should have been his main attitude throughout the film, with the obsessive breakdown saved for the climax. Rachel Brosnahan's Lois felt like a great fit. She played the hard-to-get persona with the kind of tough exterior, hiding a kind soul underneath, kind of like her Smallville character. Lois is a military brat with a heart of gold, which we've seen in other versions like the DC, AU, and classic comics, and this take really worked for me. The Justice quote-unquote gang was an interesting concept, a small scrappy team just starting to form. Guy Gardner stood out as my favorite, still a total jerk, just like we love him. I would have loved to hear that fresh Boston accent like in Batman the Brave and the Bold though. Hawkgirl was awesome, not holding back against the kaiju and even poking its eye with her mace. Perfect. Mr. Terrific was cool too. I'm not a super deep fan of the Arrowverse, but I did like how he did resemble his DC AU counterpart, and he seemed like a great character to build on. The other members like Metamorpho intrigued me. I'd have to do some research because I initially thought Baby Joey was a baby Brainiac. Spoiler, he's not. Now, as for the Daily Bugle, the Daily Planet, Jimmy, Perry, Kat, and Steve felt like solid, faithful adaptations from their comics, which was nice. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest here. I really didn't know who the engineer was until she was announced that she was gonna be part of the movie. So I really can't say much about this character. I'm guessing this has something to do with the Authority project that James Gunn mentioned, so I'll just hold off on that, and I'll probably read the comic better for the team dynamics and such. Now, Ultraman. I am so sorry, but I'm not going to talk about him because I have so many ideas and theories brewing for a Comic Corner video that I just want to keep all my thoughts under wraps for now. Now moving on to the plot. I liked it. Lex Luthor trying to manipulate the world against Superman is classic, and the way he pulled it off here was clever. The whole Superman as a threat narrative has been done before, but this one had a smoother, more grounded execution. That said, the flying monkeys thing, that one was kind of a miss for me. I felt a little forced, but I get what they were going for. Also, shout out to James Gunn for slipping in a moment of pure meta relief with the Maxwell Lord clip. The line, "I'm sure liberals and conservatives can agree, Lex Luthor is the worst." That was Gunn basically saying, okay, can we please stop with the political infighting for 5 seconds and just agree this guy sucks? Loved it. Simple, smart, and perfectly timed. But here's the part that really bugged me. The retcon of Superman's parents. Did we really need to turn them into evil alien rulers who wanted Superman to conquer the Earth with a line of wives like a space-faring Solomon? That felt completely off-tone for what Superman's legacy is supposed to be. Honestly, I'm hoping this gets walked back in Supergirl or one of the upcoming DCU films. Maybe this whole thing was just a mistranslation, like a bad Kryptonian to English Google Translate situation. I'd love for the Superbots to reveal a corrected version of Jor-El's message that flips the meaning entirely. Think My Adventures with Superman. At first it seems like Jor-El wants his son to conquer Earth, but it's all a big misunderstanding and emotional miscommunication. That kind of twist would fit and help restore what makes Superman, well, Superman. This movie nailed Superman in a way that felt proper. It balanced respect for the character's legacy with fresh, modern storytelling. Minor flaws like pacing and some tonal shifts don't stop it from being a must-watch for fans. This movie also gave me tons of material for future videos, which is always a win. I'm giving this a solid 9.5 out of 10. Now it's your turn. What did you think about the movie? Did you like it? Do you think it should have been different? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want more DC goodness and comic deep dives. That's all for now. Sickman out.